Yeah, it's an audio only review this time. That's because the day after I record this and get this up, it's going to be really busy for me, so I need to keep my editing minimal this time around, which is why you're getting an audio only review that has only one facial expression. With that, let's begin this episode of Romney's Reviews. I was reluctant going into this film because I've been wary of a lot of Pixar's sequel work. Hell, Pixar's recent track record in general has been a little bit shaky, so I was worried about this film going in. Coming out of it, while it wasn't terrible, I found myself asking if this was a story that really needed to be told. On paper, it sounds like an okay concept, but in execution, it's passable at best. It has the same Pixar trappings as the original Finding Nemo, almost too many of those same trappings. While the previous film had the emotional intensity of a man desperately trying to find his son and learning lessons along the way, here it just feels too similar and is done with a character who doesn't really learn, per se. The annoying part is that they try to have Marlin learn lessons throughout the film, but here it just feels forced since he's not an active participant in the story. While it was interesting to see into Dory's past and explore her emotions a little bit, the story as a whole felt like it was just carried from place to place by coincidence rather than by the actions of our main character. There was also a bit of a missed opportunity in the terms of the overall theme of family. What we got, at least in my opinion, was a bit too lighthearted when I feel the story could have called for something a bit more bittersweet. It would have at the very least been more of a callback to the lines that Dory would have said back in the original Finding Nemo, and may have even featured a straight up role reversal between Marlin and Dory. Overall, while the film is moderately entertaining, there's nothing in this film that really stood out to me, nothing in the narrative and nothing in the visual design. Honestly, it almost feels like this was initially an idea for a short that got blown up to a feature film, which is why it feels like it just meanders so much. If I had to summarize this film in one sentence, I would say that it's harmless, but ultimately unnecessary. If you're a Pixar fan, then you've probably already seen it long before I even got my review up, but to me, it just feels like Pixar was kind of trying to copy the types of comedic beats and tropes that you see in a lot of the other recent animated family films made by its competitors, and as a result, the film comes across as a lot of white noise. If you do want to see it in theaters, don't pay more than $5, because while it's not the worst animated film out there, it's not really the best either, it's just kind of there. All of that said, Finding Dory gets a 3.5 out of 5. So that's it for this episode of Romney's Reviews. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time.